So bakit po nabulag?
Nag-away nga po sila ng kanyang ginamit niya daw.
Miss France Ruiz is the mastermind of everything, of maltreating, of inflicting severe injuries, leading to the total blindness of Aling LV. I move that we cite this woman, Mrs. France Garcia Ruiz, in contempt.
Can you escort Misis Ruiz to the detention facilities of the Philippine Senate?
I-play mo nga yung kanina, interview na yung TikTok. Sir, kung pwede.
Ba yun, Mr. Chair?
May kunting portion ako doon na gustong ipakita.
Sa bulag.
Ayan.
Dumating po siya dito. Hindi po. Ganito po nangyari.
39 seconds.
So bakit po nabulag?
Nag-away nga po sila ng kanyang ginamit niya daw.
Boss, doon pa lang. Hindi ako polygraph machine, ha? I am not a polygraph machine. I am not claiming to be a master investigator. Pero yung sagot mo lang ngayon, klaro na. You're groping for words. Naghanap ka ng iimbintuhin mong sasabihin mo. Nakikita ko na doon. Klaro-klaro yun. Alam mo, pag investigador ka, you are after the verbal and non-verbal messages that is coming out from your subject. Kita verbal at non-verbal, makikita mo, yun lang, Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang ipakita, emphasize na talagang may pinsan to lie itong ating resource person nandito ngayon. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, huwag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa dahil panay kasi nungalingan itong sinasabi nila. Mr. Chair, since we have heard the testimonies of the resource persons present here today, in the name of JM, ano ito? What's your family name, JM? Taroma, Patrick, Chimbahon, and Dodong, alias Dodong. And there are a lot of witnesses who wants to come out and to testify against Ms. France. And those who are willing to testify wants to come out, like for example, itong si Pau Pau and the garbage collector. Maybe we can summon them in the next hearing, maybe by next week, because we are going to have our recess the week after next. So, and this woman, our resource person, Mrs. France, have been giving a lot of inconsistent answers coming from me. And I believe that this woman, Ms. France Ruiz, is the mastermind of everything, of maltreating, of inflicting severe injuries, leading to the total blindness of Aling LV. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move that we cite this woman, Mrs. France Garcia Ruiz, in contempt.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion here coming from Senator Estrada to cite in contempt Mrs. France Garcia Ruiz, duly seconded by Senator De La Rosa, and under the rules of the Senate, as affirmed.
Maybe, Mr. Chair, we better confine her at the Pasay City Jail, not here in the Senate.
And if I may continue, Senator Estrada, under the rules of the Senate, as confirmed by the Supreme Court in Balag versus Senate GR 234608, July 3, 2018, and other relevant Supreme Court decisions, the committee may, affirming likewise the case of Arnold, cite a resource person in contempt. And the Sergeant at Arms may be directed by this committee to detain the said person cited for contempt. There is a subsequent motion, unless the first motion is amended by Senator Estrada, to detain Mrs. France Garcia, to commit Mrs. France Garcia to the Pasay City Jail. The chair would perhaps ask the movant to reconsider the Pasay City detention and instead commit said Mrs. Garcia to the Senate premises for the reason that we will also be needing her immediate presence during next week's hearing, unless Senator Estrada would want to retract his modification, or if Senator De La Rosa would support the subsequent
Chair,
motion, amended motion,
if I may.
the committee would decide accordingly. Senator,
Yep.
Mr. Chair,
Senator
if I may,
Estrada first.
I will not withdraw my motion. I still insist that she be committed at the Pasay City Jail, because Pasay City Jail is just near the Senate. We can always subpoena her or call her attention in case this committee needs her presence here.
Mr. Chair,
That was a pleasure of Senator De La Rosa.
before you rule the motion of Senator Jingo Estrada, may I move for a 1-minute suspension, Mr. Chair? Mag-usapan tayo tatlo.
Session is suspended for 1 minute. Rosa, can you escort Misis Ruiz to the detention facilities of the Philippine Senate? Any motion to suspend the hearing for today?
Mr. Chairman, I move to suspend the hearing for the day.
Without objections on the part of the members of the Committee on Justice and Human Rights, the Senate Committee on Justice and Human Rights investigation is hereby suspended.